What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ranch. Alright, it's Memorial Day, and we're gonna hang out with the family and do some barbecuing. But first, we're gonna do some deer habitat work. We're here, and I'm gonna spray my clover plot. I have a little strip of clover that has a lot of grass coming in this year. I established the clover last year. It looks really great, but this spring I had a lot of grass come in. So I did just mow it, which is supposed to help already have the clover jump ahead of the grasses that are starting to choke it out. But we're gonna take it even a step forward now. So I cut the grasses down 2 days ago, down to about 6 inches, and we're gonna come in with the whitetail habitat, whitetail institution, I should say, arrest mat and shore crop oil. This combination coats the grasses with the oil, gets the arrest herbicide on the grasses. It's grass specific herbicide, which means it's only going to kill the grasses. It's not going to kill our clover and our chicory that is in this plot. It probably will kill the remaining of rye that's in there, but like I said, I cut the rye out 2 days ago, even though it didn't quite come to a seed head, which means it may want to come back. But now that I'm going to spray it with this grass specific herbicide, it probably will die. This is going to lushen up the clover and make it get thick like a giant carpet of Ireland. And I can't wait to see it in a couple of weeks when I come back. So let's get in and spray this and manage some clover. So this is my clover plot here, very small, right on the road. This is to attract deer to enter my property here and not on my neighbors, which is right up on top of this berm. If you didn't see me make this plot, I can include a link to that in the description and here in the video. All right, guys, let's get to spraying this and put this down. This spray goes on based upon the size of the plot you're spraying and the height of the grass. That'll tell you how much to mix these two ingredients, the arrest and the crop oil. The oil kind of coats the grass and makes the herbicide stick to it. I'm working with the wind, I have gloves on, and I'm walking backwards as not to get any of this on me.
Alright, ranchers, I'm going to take over with a little voiceover action just because I have no idea in this video that my microphone is not on. So I just talk and talk away, and you can't hear anything I'd like to talk to you about. So figured I'd come back in and just do a little voiceover work for you guys. So first thing to cover, as always, is safety. So as I'm spraying, I have gloves on, long sleeves, pants, boots, and I'm working with the wind. I will never step on what I've sprayed already or spray myself. The wind is keeping the overspray off me, and I'm slowly backing away over the area that I spray on as to not get any on myself or my clothes. Managing clover with a lawnmower is a popular topic, and you hear people talk about mowing clover multiple times a season or just maybe a couple of times a season. And I really think that depends on your climate and where you're at. For me in the north, I could probably mow about 3 times and get away with that. The concern is that if you mow and you get drought and heat, your clover will die, and that's true. So leaving it a little longer during the summer months, if you're in a hotter southern type climate, would be beneficial to you. Also, what the mowing does is it knocks the weeds back, which in this case is usually grasses, so they don't come to a seed head and grow more grasses and choke out your clover. It also cuts down the height, which again will choke out your clover. The taller the grass, the more it's going to catch the sun, and clover tends to grow shallow and will be blocked from the sun, causing it to regress and die. So that's why you need to either come out with mowing or spraying. I have done both, but in this video I'm spraying. I find I use a combination of both. So what I'm doing in this video is spraying after I cut the grasses down. So 3 days prior to me spraying here in this video, I came through and cut the grasses down to a little bit less than 6 inches. I used the weed whacker and went back and forth and mowed the whole plot to a fairly even cutting. And what I did was let that sit over the beautiful, hot Memorial Day weekend, spending 3 days in the sun. That should now be triggering the growth of my grasses again. So I'm out spraying now that the weeds are regrowing again. That's the best way to get a good kill with herbicide on your weeds when they are actively growing. I'm using my backpack sprayer to apply this herbicide, and I find that the backpack sprayer is perfect for small jobs like this. You could definitely do this with like an ATV sprayer, especially if you have, large fields, large food plots over an acre. But for this probably 1/8 of an acre strip that's used as an attractant or a point of interest for my deer, a backpack sprayer is more than enough. In fact, I tend to use this because I'm a little bit of a control freak, probably more than I should. I will include a link to all these herbicides and the backpack sprayer in the description of the video if that's something you'd be interested in checking out and picking up for yourself. Look at me go. I'm just standing there spraying, talking to you guys, and you can't even hear anything I'm saying. I promise you it was probably better than any of this voiceover that I'm doing. I was totally in the zone, totally happy with it, but totally forgot to put my microphone on. Well, you live and learn, right? Well, in another case, this application of herbicide is put on by the size of your plot. So I used 1 gallon of water and mixed it up with a formulation of the herbicide as directed in the directions. Make sure you always read your directions when you're using herbicide. Because this was so specific to the amount of food plot you have, the size of the land, I should say, I have to make sure I completely use the mixture on the entire area perfectly as to apply the right rate. And in this case, it's the rate per acre that you want to mix this on. This is not a long job, but this is a very important job, especially in your established clover. You put the time and effort in to get that clover to grow. It's really worth managing it a little bit once or twice a season just to make sure that it comes back every year and thrives and is there for your deer 365 days a year. And this whole process only took me a couple of minutes to do. I finish this backpack sprayer of herbicide perfectly. As I'm walking back talking, you will hear the sprayer run out of fluid. There you go.
And that's taking care of grass and managing clover with herbicide. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and enjoy some of the content on my channel.